grand finale. And without further ado, and Game 5, everybody. Welcome. Welcome all. Welcome one. Welcome, everybody. Soi versus Memo. Get hyped. Get hyped. I am. I'm personally hyped. I'm not the best hype man. I can just say that I'm hyped. I'm not good at, like, yelling and saying I'm excited. But anyway, I am excited. I hope you are. Shang versus Shang. Rivers. Here's the mini-map. Get a broad overview about what we're looking about. Memo in the purple pieces at 5 o'clock. And Soi at 9 in these orange units and buildings. So here we are. Right off the bat, before we say anything, let's just point out these 3 elephants for Memo. A luxury he hasn't really had since Game 2. A luxury he hasn't had since Game 2. 3 elephants, that's help for him, but he does not have a good wood line. The map more wallable for Memo, it would appear, but Soi can wall back at home pretty comfortably. I mean, this is pretty big, but if he builds his buildings there, he could. But I don't think we're going to see that. I think Soi's going to stick with his guns and go for the same strategy. Once again, it's worked twice so far. It's gotten him to this point. Will he abandon the strategy? Will he attempt to adapt? Will he modify it in any way? He's been going pretty consistent throughout this entire tournament, actually. Nearly the same strategy every time. Starting to mix in a lot of those tool units. Memo. In every game, in Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, and Game 4, was forced to play defensive in every single game. Will he be playing defensive again? Even when he tries to counterattack, rather, it doesn't go as successfully as he wishes. Now, he's going to find this elephant, and hopefully for him, these other 2, yes, he finds his 2 elephants. Now, Soi doesn't need the elephants. He's got his gazelle lure just already in. That's a fast lure for him. He's got a lot of food income here. He's pulled off the granary for this. So that is a really clean and fast lure. The lure from Memo coming in. 1 villager already scouting out the coast. In danger of this lion, though. If he fights this lion poorly, he could run into issues against these gators. He could get clapped. The lion, DE, please. The lion ignores him, and now he finds him. Ooh, that villager's gonna die. Wait, what? What? Wait, what is happening? Memo the God, able to avoid disaster. Able to avoid disaster. Let's take a replay of that if you want to see that. That was incredible, in my opinion. It's rare that you would see that. That villager should have died. I think some weird bug went on there with that lion and aggro. They're always scared of crossings, so that's probably it. Now, Memo able to get away from that once again. So, looking at this, the elephants coming in for Memo and the gazelle for Soi. Moving forward with 2 villagers this time. Once again, 2 villagers. Could we be seeing another Stone War villager dance? Stone War villager dance. 3 coming forward. Okay, no, so he's going for the berries as his tertiary food source. Meanwhile, Memo getting the 3rd elephant. And this map is brutally strong for Memo. Brutally strong in comparison to Soi's. Soi's still just finding this woodline now. He does have access to the stone. This is a really clean pit. I like this. Interesting to see what happens here. Now, 2 villagers coming forward. Soi taking a bit of damage, but that shouldn't be too bad. No villagers coming forward for Memo, so he doesn't have a chance to spot this. And 3 vill advantage somehow for Soi. Memo maybe getting housed, maybe struggling. His berries were really bad up here with these stones, so maybe that's fine. Yeah, I forgot to mention that his berries are really crappy here. Memo, building on the hill. That's probably a slinger barracks if I've ever seen one. No clean access to stone, though. He is starting to mine already, though. First barracks. And Memo spots everything. Memo knows. Soi with one hurt villager here. That could be the difference. That could be the difference. It doesn't look like it will be. Both players comfortable just keeping their villas alive. I think we're going to see a very fast time from Soi. He got that really early gazelle push. His berries are comfortable here. He's got a lot on wood this time. Could we be seeing a dock from Soi a little bit earlier? Memo this time with no dock. An adoption of a new strategy. The clubber's coming out. The tool age from Memo is first due to these elephants. Now, what can Soi do with this positional advantage? He is on the offensive. Memo, still no stonewall just yet. Will lose probably these two villagers if these upgrades from Soi come in, but Soi is still in the Stone Age. The quick wall comes out. This is really awkward. This is really awkward to see. But Soi's still in the Tool Age. Oh, this is so weird. Oh, what a mess. I love it. It's messy. The micro coming in from the slinger as it moves back. I think the hill advantage for that clubber, which is kind of interesting. Maybe not, though. Oh, man. Memo's economy is in shambles. Shang in shambles as he's running everything. The Great Exodus as he's respecting these clubmen and what they can become. The upgrades will be coming in just now. And a stable behind from Soi. Soi playing super aggro once again. Memo on the back foot as we've seen all this series. But look at this. Memo has walled in. Almost walled in to a great area for him. And maybe if he moves his whole economy there, be a little bit safer. He needs to get that dock up, though, as we've seen before. Access to that fish is how you maintain that army in the Tool Age. Now, Soi moving out with 4 Axers, and the scouts will be coming out. Slingers with no upgrades just yet. Did we see a market for a Memo? No market just yet for Memo, and that's still open. That's got to be a bit of a concern for him. I mean, the only way to get there, though, is through these slingers, and I think with the hill, he should have enough to deter the fight. I'm not sure if he would have won that, per se. It's tough to call. Uphill, though. The Axers with that reduced damage and the Slingers with that damage bonus probably would have had enough. Especially now, once he gets that 7th Slinger out. The Scout. The Scout. Ooh. Oh boy. House falling in the Slingers, so the Slingers are trapped here. And his town center is also here, so that's his villager production will be stopping at this point. 3-ville advantage for Soi, but this aggression is not looking too good from Soi this time. This is looking a lot like game number 4, what we just saw. Once these slingers get to that critical mass, even scouts don't stand a chance. Scouts need to be doing the damage now to these slinger numbers. But, okay, so the first scout ship comes out. Oh wait, no, I missed that. 2 scout ships out for Soi. If he wins the sea, he can build a transport. Memo's in trouble. Memo's in a lot of trouble here now. But he's got the slinger upgrade. And with the repairs from the coast. Can he get more on this repair? He needs to get one more bill on this repair. He notices the villager micro. All these villagers are under duress, however. Now the slingers are pushing out to make some space safe for him. With that upgrade in this awkward town center placement, well, for the battle, in terms of battle, it's awkward to work your way around, and now the scout ships are huge from Soi. But does he have the numbers? He doesn't have the repair option. Memo sacking so many villas to keep these scout ships alive. It's desperately important that he doesn't lose the sea, because one transport could destroy Memo's economy. We see scouts, and here it is. Here's the transport. Done. Oh boy, here it comes. Memo has to know this is an option. Memo knows this is coming, so he's done this, so he's won games with this play. The scouts getting in on this will be brutal. He doesn't have a way to get his army back in time. He sees the scouts running across, and here comes the scout ship. Here's the transport. Memo sees it. He has to react. The 2 scouts are in. quick walling in his economy here. Now, most of his economy is actually safe back here, so he will be okay for the time being. Needs to keep these stone miners alive at all costs. Now, the transport forced a reaction. He got him off the berries. So his economy not doing so great, and the army from Memo is growing. It is advancing. Now, no transport will get Soi into this wood line. It is secure for the time being. Transport now, a wasted unit. A lot of wood invested in this, but he got what he wanted. He got the scouts across. But the safety of Memo's map cannot be overstated at this point. And Memo with the sea control at this point. He's got 3, but he's lacking the repairs. 2 full HP scouts. Now, the slingers can compete with this damage upgrade. They can compete, but not when there's this many scouts. This is now turning into a really rough fight. If these numbers get knocked down too much, the scouts could start taking a lot of damage. Or the slingers, rather, could start taking a lot of damage. Especially with the peppering from the sea. The offshore support. The naval bombardment. Now the ships from Memo, almost fully repaired, could start moving forward. Looks like the food income for Memo went down significantly. He's really working with just this number of slingers. Soi moving forward in a bold way. And the scouts will go down, and that alleviates a lot of the pressure here. I think he knew that only 2 scouts came over, so now he can get back on these berries. So what is Memo going to do with all these slingers? He's going to get caught out once again off the shore. But he's got the numbers here. This one scout ship off to the side. Burning. Both scout ships here burning. Oh man, so many idle villas from Soi. How's Soi's economy doing? Timeline? In favor of Soi still, especially with the 4-vill advantage. As Memo lost so many of those slingers, and that's gonna be problematic. He has that. He has the option of getting some gazelle to get the slingers up a little bit faster. For both players, their economies are stagnating, so we're starting to get into that second portion of this game style where we have a battle for the sea, and it looks like Memo is already coming out on top in that regard. Now, we've seen this before, though. Somehow, someway, Soi has been able to wrestle sea control in several games, even when Memo has had advantages like this. So, Soi is not to be discounted. There is still Stable and Scout coming out, but he's walled in, so the Scout can't do anything. There's a bit of a lull here. Soi's scout ship will finally go down off to the side. Soi with no other access to the sea at this point. What's he going to go for? He can keep building scouts out of this. He's yet to transition into farms. We see the market now. And that is a lot of scouts. I missed those. Where have those been? And they're just going to catch out all of these slingers. And that's going to be absolutely brutal for Memo. Losing all of his army and all of his defense. Four scouts. Wow. This house wall. I guess once again, this isn't the worst thing for this house wall to go down, as Memo's economy is safe back here. We're seeing a new pit. And Memo's winning the sea still. Wait. See, this is what I'm talking about. How does Soi keep doing this? How does he keep getting back on the sea in some manner that is competitive? Like Memo's losing the ship. Man. And his food is under duress. He comes back for the repairs. He's losing some of his boats. He can't afford this. He cannot afford to be losing these ships. And another villager goes down. He catches the duck just before it goes up. But he's going to get repairs in on that ship to make sure he wins that fight. It's a lot of ships from Memo still. But somehow somehow Soy squeezes out another dock, and he's even on the sea. This is what I'm talking about. How does he manage this? Now, these scouts from Soy aren't going to be doing much. I think Memo mined quite a bit of stone. Actually, not that much. Only 90 stone mined by Memo. Oh no, he mined over here a ton. Right. Never mind. So he's mined a ton of stone. So he's going to have a lot in the bank to keep repairing this behind the scouts. Without slingers here, there's not much that Soy can do with those scouts. Now, this, however, is interesting. Soy has somehow managed to not lose the sea yet. I don't even know if I can say yet. And once again, the scouts find all the slingers from Memo. He opened that wall. Oh right, yeah. Soy beat down that wall. So what's happening now? The farm's coming out for Soy. Soy's economy is going to be much stronger here. Wow, and what seemed like a game that Memo should win without clean control of the sea, Memo's economy is now much weaker, and Soy somehow has the wood to invest in farms. Big naval battle coming out. This could be what decides the game right here. With the fishing boats taking some shots, though, it looks like Soy's gonna have the numbers. The Micro comes out. HP advantage to Soy. Oh, another scout from Memo, and another scout, and there's the game. It's called, just like that. GG. Holy crap. How did Soy get back on the sea like that? Memo had so many ships. An advantage. Incredible. Incredible game, guys. Thank you all for joining me and watching. Now I'm going to stick around and keep talking to you